maybe, hey man, can I borrow that gun?
Can I borrow that? Can I hold it for a second?
Yeah.
Just a second. I just want to feel the weight.
Can I also borrow your car with your license plate?
There are many topics and concepts we are all familiar with, but aren't necessarily sure how they work. Each week I present a guest with a surprise topic and ask them to try their best to explain it. This is Explaining Things.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Explaining Things. Once again, I have a guest comic with me who's not an expert on this material, and he is going to get a topic he's not ready for. Today, my guest comic is New York comic, Alan Fitzgerald.
Hello, world.
How would you rob a convenience store? He's not a thief.
No.
Maybe in your past. I don't know what you
I
did
used
as
to
a kid.
shoplift a little bit.
Yeah.
For the rush.
Yeah.
You should not rob a convenience store just for the rush.
Well, that's what kleptomania is, right? Is it
Yes.
it's just like you're rich enough, you have enough money, but you need to feel a little something?
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm not talking to the rich people who just steal anyways. I'm talking to people who got to do it.
Those are our viewers.
Yes.
Our
Exactly.
viewers need money, and
they
a convenience
need to
store
steal.
that could be the quickest way to do it. I've seen movies where they rob convenience stores. I don't know if that's true to life.
First thing, go to Texas. You're gonna rob a store.
Yeah, you go,
Actually, no. I'm sorry. They got guns. Fuck. Go to.
That's the problem. You don't want full country because they have a gun. But you
Yeah.
don't want full city, otherwise there's so many cameras you can't get away.
Yeah.
So like suburbia,
Try to make a friend who works at a convenience store.
for sure.
You know, and be like, hey, I'll split this with you. Bring a gun. Make a show of it for the camera. Hey, remember me, fucko?
So you wouldn't even pull the just the finger under the shirt?
If you don't have any money, you got to find someone with a gun and steal it.
Okay. Steal a gun
Okay.
without a gun.
It's like how your first million's always the hardest when you're a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with your first gun. Like
got-
that's the tough one.
I gotta steal
After
a
that,
gun.
you can steal as many guns as you want as long as you got a gun. Have a gun. Put it in the effort.
Step one, have a gun. The convenience stores have wised up from what they probably were in the 70s, right? Do they have a button? Like a bank. Is there a button under the counter?
This is again why you would really want to know a guy.
Ask a couple of general questions.
Yes. Really quickly, I'm very interested in justice.
I'm thinking.
So I was wondering if you could tell me.
I'm thinking about starting a convenience store of my own. You have to go into the assumption that they have a secret alarm. You got to get the fuck out of there.
Like, would you be like, I'll blow your fucking head off. I don't give a fuck. Or would you be like, hey man, I don't want to hurt anyone, but I'll do it.
I think you got to go all in. I'll fucking kill you.
You're gonna fuck with me? I got pantyhose on my head. Do I look like I give a fuck?
I got nothing to lose.
Who gives a shit about anything anymore?
Why does it all matter? Oh my god. And then just like empty the register
Yes.
in this bag. Now I'm gone. Also, I would not park in the parking lot of the convenience store.
Get the heck out. Why? It's so convenient.
You shave your beard off, you know?
Bleach your hair.
Yeah.
Actually, don't bleach your hair. That's kind of weird.
Because at that point, you're done with the precautions, right? Now you're just at home with the money, hoping a cop never knocks on your door.
Yeah. So you opened a new bank account yesterday with the exact amount of money missing from the convenience store.
You
that was
know that's happened.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I'm going to be smart.
You're just like, I'm an investor criminal. That's another one, though. You're doing it at night, right?
Of course.
has-
I mean, there are people walking around during the day.
You're probably not thinking rationally. You're probably withdrawing from drugs. You want this money more than anything. You're like, I'll just do it quick. It's not normally an Ocean's 11 heist of a Cumberland Farms.
Can you imagine? You get 10 partners.
Just splitting fucking $3,600 together.
Like, I doubt they keep like $10,000 in a register.
I've been using 4,000, but I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, depends on the night. Depends on, they probably have deposits throughout the day.
Probably a safe, like in the back.
If you go for the safe in the back, you're just asking to get caught.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more money though.
You're greedy.
Yes. So what you have to do is take everyone out and basically take them into the back room. You got to have twisties. You got to tie them up so they can't call the police after you leave. You need as much time as you can get.
Once you get into twisties, I think the crime is going up.
It's also a little bit more respectable. Like if you're like, all right, listen, we're a well-oiled machine at this point. If we're tying people's hands up.
I'm saying there is a degree of professionalism if you're
Yes.
using twisties.
Yeah.
This is a guy who's thinking one step ahead.
Yes. Got a gun? You probably would want a friend, but then you're splitting more money. Don't you?
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. It's like starting a business. You know, it's just like, yeah, you can involve another guy.
Yeah,
But if you involve him, now you're splitting everything. What if the idea explodes? You know, what if there's more in that register than we even thought? What if there's less than we thought?
Yeah,
You know,
less than's the real issue.
I'm gonna split $1,100 with a guy
Yeah, when I planned it.
when I planned it.
I had the twisties.
You might have to kill your friend.
Yeah.
Killing your friend over $550. We went to elementary school together.
He married your sister.
You're at his funeral, consoling your sister, wearing a suit you bought with his half.
The important thing is this. He acted alone.
Exactly.
That's all.
I think what we got this whittled down to. You need a gun? Mm-hmm. You're going to go to a convenience store, maybe in suburbia, somewhere like that. Not the country, not the city.
You're going to make sure you're wearing a ski mask. You're wearing a ski
Got to
mask.
wear a ski mask.
Gloves.
Want to park a couple streets over. Don't park in the parking lot. And then if you do all those things, you have a chance. Says two guys who don't rob convenience stores. I think that is how you rob a convenience store. Alan Fitzgerald. This is how we end every episode.
Handshake.
Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Until next time.